One of the things that I've been reading about is that they're finding that and even in Google AI Overview, the results are referencing pages that are not even in the top 10 in a lot of times of the SERP. And they're unearthing this really long tail material in some cases. What's your thoughts about that? How much is that prevalent? And how do companies take advantage of something like that?
It's a good catch, Roger. It's a really good catch. Because there is a strong notion out there that essentially optimizing for LLMs, whether we're talking about ChatGPT or Google's AI overviews, is basically just doing good SEO. And that is not completely wrong, but it also leaves a little bit on the table. And so where it's different is, or what changes, is that users are able to express what they want in much more detail. Up until recently, or basically pre-AIOs, if you asked a question on Google longer than maybe 8 words, the results were garbage. The results were absolute garbage. And so that changes completely because LLMs can pick up these fine nuances. And so all of a sudden that means that people, and it's like slowly coming. The data doesn't really validate this, that they ask longer questions on Google. But on ChatGPT, you see that when users activate the search feature, all of a sudden the average number of words in their prompt goes from 4 to 30. So they're asking really, really long questions and are able to express their intent much, much better. As a result of that, it creates the need for very, very hyper-targeted content to satisfy that, that detailed expression of what people want in their profile. So we're going from a world of something like best WordPress hoster, which would be like a classic keyword that people search on Google, to maybe a prompt like, who's the best hoster for WordPress that has a high uptime, is ideal for, online stores that sell a certain thing and companies that are below 5 people or under 5 people, right? So these are the types of things that people now prompt. In return, it means that we need to just create content that can satisfy these kinds of questions. Now, the challenge is we don't know what people prompt. Nobody really knows. Maybe OpenAI doesn't even know because it's so noisy. But by understanding our users deeply and who they are and what they want, we can accommodate their needs. And so this leads to a scenario where we get a lot less traffic, obviously, but it converts at such a higher rate because we can present somebody an offer that nails it, that hits it out of the park.